Hello, can you
hear
hear?
me
Can
now?
anybody hear?
What in the...
Testing 1, 2. Can you hear me now? Test. They should be able to hear now.
It should be coming through loud and clear. Look at that. See, baby girl Casper was right. I was working with my hands and my magic.
Sorry, everybody. I don't know. One
One
thing tries to take over the other thing, and then the other thing tries to take it over, and it's all, you got to reset it every time you do something.
Yeah, it's like when you start the computer up, if you don't turn on the sound thing in the right time or the video thing at the right time, the video thing tries to take the video and the sound, and then the sound gets left there with nothing.
And thank God it's a live show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? You get, this is all the fun stuff you get with a live show.
I mean, this will be posted up with no editing. Hey, like that.
Everybody will get to experience.
So we're going to be talking about
sound.
Something that we have never talked about.
I know, Nessie.
Never.
Crazy.
And it's one of the biggest monster legends they are.
Yeah.
The Loch Ness monster. It's pretty crazy. We ain't never talked about that.
It's weird because we've talked about a lot of crazy stuff. So not to talk about the Loch Ness monster is nuts. I mean, how many shows? There's probably almost as many shows that have been done on like the Travel Channel and stuff like that about Loch Ness as there has Bigfoot.
Yeah. And
just as many expeditions.
Why is it called Nessie?
I think it's an abbreviation for Loch Ness.
Yeah. Maybe just a nickname.
Yeah. Nessie. So they call it Nessie. It's like the Lake Champlain monster one that's called
I think
Champy.
It's an affectionate name for it.
Yeah.
Nessie.
Oh, Nessie.
So everybody knows it's a legendary creature, right?
Yes.
And it's supposed to inhabit the Loch Ness in the Scottish Highlands. I was just testing you. Okay. For centuries, tales of this aquatic beast.
Thank you, Jason.
Yes, thank you, Jason. Jason. Can't even say my name. Good to see you too. For centuries, tales of a mysterious aquatic beast have circulated, and the modern legend has captivated the whole world since the 30s, 1930.
It's been a minute.
So the earliest known reference to a monster in the area dates back to the 7th century. The biography of Saint Columba, an Irish missionary. So this account describes Columba saving a man from a fearsome water beast in the River Ness, so which flows from the loch. While this is the most famous early account, there's also local folklore and ancient Pictish rocks or carvings also hint at a belief in an aquatic creature in that area.
Right.
So the modern phenomena began in 1933, and a new road was built along the loch, and it offered a clear view of the water, and there was a increase in sightings of this thing.
That's awesome, Jason.
I have good news. Yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. You ready?
No. Yes. So the modern legend of the Loch Ness monster is built upon a series of key sightings and pieces of evidence. Now, each of these have contributed to the myth in its own unique way. Now, here are some of the most famous sightings. So, one of the first was in 1933. It's called the Spicer sighting. This sighting is often credited with kicking off the worldwide fascination with Nessie. So, George and Aldi Spicer, which are a local couple, on July 1933, the Spicers were driving on the new road along the loch. They claimed a large, dark colored creature with a long, undulating neck crossed the road directly in front of their car, and it was headed towards the loch. Now, George Spicer described it as the nearest approach to a dragon or prehistoric animal that I have ever seen in my life.
Hmm.
He noted that it had a long, waving neck and a large body. The creature was said to be carrying something in its mouth, which some speculated was a small animal like a lamb. Wouldn't that be crazy? So this was a rare land sighting which sensationalized the story and brought it to a much wider audience. This was a very pivotal moment, transforming Nessie from a local legend to a global mystery.
You know, they've just discovered that the Kraken is real. The big giant octopus.
Yep. The isn't it not an octopus? Isn't
Or
it
a
a
squid
or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been searching for this thing forever because they've had the bodies wash up, but they've discovered that those bodies, which were
Mhm.
I mean, just huge, but that they were like very young.
Yeah. So I think if that thing can exist still, that
Well, they've had other
this
things like the
dinosaur thing.
coelacanth or some
Yeah.
other things like that that they've discovered that they thought were extinct.
Yeah. Humongous squid.
Yes. So I mean, like you said, if why not, right?
Yeah. So the Hugh Gray sighting, or the Hugh Gray photograph, which was in 1933. He was a local man, and in November 1933, he was walking near Foyers on the loch's south shore when he saw a large object rise from the water. He quickly took several photos with his Kodak box camera, but only one turned out clearly. It was a grainy black and white photo, showed a vague, shadowy shape in the water, and he claimed that it showed the creature with a long neck and a very thick body.
I'd be like some of those photos that we were going to show them, but we had to turn it off, and now we don't have them anymore, right?
Yeah, I have them still.
Do you?
This next one is, it's the one that made took the cake. This sighting did. Number 3.
The Arthur Grant sighting in 1934.
Yeah.
Now, this was another land sighting that added to the growing myth. Now, Arthur Grant was a veterinary student at the time in January of 1934. Grant was riding his motorcycle at 1 a.m. when he nearly collided with a creature crossing the road near, I'm going to butcher this, but Abercon. He was able to get a close look at it in the bright moonlight. Now, he described the creature that was a hybrid of a seal and a plesiosaur. He said that it had a very small head on a very long neck, a large body, flippers.
How many flippers? Don't say.
It doesn't say. The animal was spooked by his motorcycle and quickly fled back into the loch. Now, his description and subsequent sketch were highly influential as they provided a detailed eyewitness account that seemed to support the plesiosaur theory.
Yeah. So here's that picture of the plesiosaurus.
Hmm.
Kind of looks like it, right?
Kind of, yeah. Small head, long neck, big body, and flippers.
Flippers.
Have a good night, Paul. Eat an extra bite for me and drink an extra beer for me.
Oh, yeah. See you later, Paul. So this next one, the surgeon's photograph in 1934. This is without a doubt the most famous and iconic image of the Loch Ness monster.
Yes.
And I'll show it. What do you think about that?
Let me tell you what it looks like to me.
Looks like somebody doing this with their hand.
Yeah, looks like this. Someone that missed their sock puppet.
Yeah. So allegedly taken by a London gynecologist named Robert Kenneth Wilson, who wishes to remain anonymous.
Who wished to remain anonymous. Yeah. Sucker.
The photo publicized, it was published in the Daily Mail, shows a small head on a long, slender neck emerging from the choppy water. For decades now, this image defined the popular image of Nessie and was seen as the strongest piece of evidence for the creature's existence. Now it depicts a swan-like neck and head, giving rise to the plesiosaur theory. Let's take a look at them. See, there it is. There that is. So its head looks a little bigger. Right? Then you got the hoax revelation, right?
Mm-hmm.
In 1994, it was revealed to be a complete hoax. The plot was orchestrated by a big game hunter named Marmaduke Weatherall.
Marmaduke. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, who had been publicly humiliated after his own discovery of a monster footprints and was exposed as fake. He enlisted the help of his son and a friend to create a monster out of a toy submarine and a plastic wood neck. They then staged the photo and had Dr. Wilson, a respected member of the community, submit it to the press. I don't know about that. I don't see wood in that picture. Do you? I don't know. I see a hand.
That's what it looks like to me. Looks just like that. You know, I think the plesiosaur was a saltwater animal. Was it not?
I'm not sure.
But one thing that they do know is a lot of saltwater animals can survive in freshwater. There's a lot
Loch
of
Ness fresh.
There's a lot of sharks. Oh no. There's a lot of sharks and stuff though that can. They've got a little sac that if they get into fresh water will allow them to still survive for years and years. They've found sharks way up the Mississippi River.
Yeah.
So that's actually what started Jaws off was that very thing. Jason's looking it up.
So I guess freshwater.
Freshwater?
Yeah. Freshwater. So we have other notable sightings and evidence. You got the go ahead, David, and do that one.
So you got the Dinsdale film in 1960. So Tim Dinsdale, which was a longtime Nessie hunter, filmed a hump moving across the loch. Now, while the film is blurry, it was considered by some experts to be genuine evidence of a large animate object in the water. There's also sonar contacts in the 60s through the 90s. There were several expeditions, particularly those led by Loch Ness Investigation Bureau, reported unexplained large moving objects on their sonar. However, these contacts have never been definitely linked to any large animal and could be explained by things like schools of fish, debris, or just natural currents.
Hmm.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, lochs are freshwater. And the Plateosaurus is mostly they say it could have ventured up into fresh water, but mostly was saltwater creature.
Right.
It preferred salt water.
Right.
And that theory of it being a plesiosaur is one of the most popular theories and explanations for this monster. It says that that Nessie is not a mythological creature, but a starving or a surviving population of the plesiosaur, a type of long-necked marine reptile that lived during the time of the dinosaurs.
Hmm.
And that theory gained traction due to several factors: the physical descriptions, the eyewitness accounts, and particularly those from early influential sightings like the Arthur Grant sighting. They described a creature with a long neck, a small head, and a large humped body. And that description closely matches fossil records of the
Plesiosaur.
plesiosaur. Yeah, I can't say that name. And the famous surgeon photograph of 1934 also cemented this image into the public's mind.
Right.
So, given the lack of definitive scientific proof, the mystery of the Loch Ness monster continues to endure for generations. The Loch's dark, deep waters have held a secret that has captivated the world. What if the answer lies not in hoaxes or misidentifications, but in the sheer vastness and mystery of the natural world? Huh?
I think it's possible for sure. I mean, we're finding things all the time that we didn't even know existed.
Yeah, I mean, there's just like they found the baboon. Was it the baboon?
The 6 foot tall chimps
Yeah.
that were mostly way up in the trees.
Yeah, it does look like a sea turtle with a super long neck
Maybe it's reaching out trying to get some more sun.
or some air. Might have lungs.
I'd say if it breaches like that, it probably does breathe air.
Yeah.
It would make more sense.
But it's got flippers. Does turtles have flippers or feet?
Those big giant turtles,
Yeah.
they've got like a flipper.
Yeah.
Those, what they call them, the soft shell turtles, the leatherback turtles or whatever.
Yeah.
Where'd you leave off at? So perhaps the monster isn't a single creature. Maybe it's a unique species that has evolved and adapted to thrive in the isolation of the Loch Ness. Maybe it's a creature so elusive and intelligent that it has managed to avoid human contact, moving silently through the loch's vast depths. Now, the continued interest and the thousands of reported sightings over the centuries are not merely a testament to human imagination. It is a reflection of a persistent, whispered truth. Now, the legend of Nessie serves kind of as a reminder that our world still holds unexplored corners and that the line between the myth and reality can be murky as the waters of Loch Ness itself. Now, Nessie is more than a legend. She is something that endures in hope and mystery, and some remain unsolved, which are waiting for one person who will finally get a clear glimpse of the truth. Which all the time they are going out in, ever bigger numbers of ships with side scan sonar and all of that stuff. Yep. See, baby girl Casper sea turtles have big flippers. Big old flippers. They're big old turtles too, though.
Yeah, I've seen one up close. They are big.
Have you? I don't think I ever have.
We were in Daytona Beach. There's a place to eat there called Inlet Harbor. Mm-hmm. And in the harbor, man, they was these just huge turtles come
laying
up.
Their eggs, aren't they? When they find them laying their eggs, they usually rope that section off so nobody goes in and disturbs them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. When it comes to stuff like Nessie and things like that, you almost want to say I'm riding a fence on it.
Yeah.
Whether it's real or not. But I know that there's people still to this day that have sightings of Nessie.
Mm-hmm.
And what's really weird is that, like we talked about at the beginning of all this, Champy in Lake Champlain is a very similar creature.
Yeah.
And what's funny about that creature is that even the Native Americans have tales of that creature, that they wouldn't even go into the waters with their canoes because they was afraid that creature would drown them and stuff. So I don't know. It makes sense to me.
Yeah.
That they could survive or be, that they're really there. But maybe, just maybe we're going to go somewhere. Yeah, sea lions are pretty big. We'll go somewhere that a lot of people don't like to go, to the woo side.
Woo woo.
That's right. What if?
Just what if?
What if these creatures exist, but in another plane of reality, and every once in a while we get a glimpse of that reality, and that's what we're thinking we're seeing in our reality?
Yeah. It could be from a different timeline where the dinosaurs still existed when
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The X-Files.
I used to hit that button a lot, didn't I, Jason?
Yeah.
And that used to be my favorite button. Before I said anything, I went.
My favorite button used to be.
Yeah. He'd always give me the crickets when I would not speak for a second or two. But no, I mean, in all reality, we have things that happen in this world sometimes that are just too great to fathom. And we can't quite wrap our minds around what it was we just saw. It doesn't meet anything that we know of that exists today. So what could it be? Well, what if? It's my favorite button now. Mm-hmm. What if?
What if?
What if that is what we're seeing? Just a glitch in the matrix. Just where we get a glimpse of something else. I mean, when we do paranormal stuff, baby girl says it sounds like a squeaky wheel. I guess that's your crickets.
Yeah.
In the paranormal side of things, it's funny because we can we see things that happen sometimes, or we hear things that happen, and we're like, okay, this is more than likely something that's just happening, right? It's not that it is intelligent by any means.
Mm-hmm.
And we could sit there and rationalize this and be okay with it. But when we go out into the woods or we go out to places like Loch Ness and we see things that we don't understand and it doesn't fit into the paradigm that we live in today, but yet we try to make it fit. What if?
What if?
What if it's not that? What if it is something else?
What if?
What if?
Whoop.
Uh-oh. What if? That's a new what if button. Cricket. I don't know. I mean, just thinking about this subject and everything makes me think that that is a possibility. What does it say? Aleister Crowley was there at one point in time. He was at a shack by the loch and did a ritual that supposedly brought more. The sighting of Nessie go back further than him. Which granny pushing a squeaky wheel stroller. You know what's funny is that Aleister Crowley, he was speaking to an entity. I forgot the entity's name. But his picture of the entity was pretty much gray.
A gray alien.
A gray alien.
Yeah.
I forgot his name for it. What it said its name was. But after he did a bunch of stuff, it was funny because people say that after he did what he did and he was talking to this creature, I think it was like supposedly fifth dimensional or something. Yep, that's the picture of it right there. Right here. Or right. No, the other one actually. This is actually his sketch. One of those two is his sketch of it. Yeah, that's it. There you go. Now he's adding it. What did he say the name of it was? Does it say? Lamb. That's it. Lamb. I remember now. But Lamb told him a bunch of stuff and that he was dimensional. He wasn't from this dimension. But after he got done with all of that with him, they said that the sightings of UFOs started just becoming phenomenal, that they just expounded. And a lot of people say that he opened a portal. Lamb taught him how to open up portals or something is what he was doing. And this portal never closed. And so these UFOs and stuff are now coming through these portals. The Iowas or Lamb, as y'all said. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. He's amazing.
He's a very interesting individual.
Yes. Yeah. He was very different. I mean, everybody's used to this sign right here. He's the one who came up with that. You know that, right?
Mm-mm.
This sign right here, he said it would bring peace back to the world. It was during World War II. Yeah. And then all the hippies and everybody caught on with it. But
peace, man.
Yeah. But he's the one who started that. Yep.
Ozzy Osbourne did a song about him.
He did. It's a really good song. I like the song. Poor Ozzy. Hey, that man lived a life. He lived 100 lives.
Yeah.
So, yep. Baby girl Casper says that's cool. But, you know, it wouldn't surprise me that he did other rituals in other places And if that did happen, where he opened up those portals and we now see more UFOs, and they do a lot of times seem to be coming through portals. Why couldn't he have done it somewhere else in a different way?
Yeah.
I think it's possible. What if?
What if?
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely did. And I mean, you know, when it comes to Bigfoot, now it's fringe science, right? All the real researchers say that the woo doesn't exist. But to me, the real researchers don't dismiss the woo, especially when they get to see it. And they see these things seemingly sometimes coming in and out of portals.
Yeah.
They see orbs that are associated with these things. People see sometimes even UFOs that are associated with these things. So why would Nessie be left out of all that?
All right.
Why would, you know, maybe she does come in and out of a portal. Maybe that's why sometimes you don't always see her.
It's been a while since there was a sighting, I think.
Yeah, it has.
Well,
he is a whole episode in itself. He is. We've done an episode on him.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to do a deeper dive.
A deeper dive.
Do that again.
A deeper dive.
There we go.
Well, that's all we got tonight on
That's everything.
The Loch Ness monster.
Yep.
I don't like calling things monsters. I mean, you got
Right.
these, you know, in search of the Smoky Mountain monster.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. I don't know if they're monsters or not, because have they ever attacked anybody?
No.
Right.
No. Just like when we had, what's his name on just a few Thursdays ago. What was his name?
Vic
Gundiff. Yes. Sorry, Vic. He said the same thing about Dogman.
Yeah.
He said if they were as bad as they were, he wouldn't have had thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people telling him about it. He'd have had 10 or 20.
Yeah.
There'd have been thousands of people dead.
Yeah.
So he's like, really? Are they as bad as everybody makes them out to be? Probably not. Do they seem scarier? That's probably right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
I think anything we're afraid of or scared of is a monster to us.
Right. Yeah. And that goes back to the, you know, days before electricity and all that stuff where people were huddled in caves and all that. And the nighttime was a scary thing because that's when the things that ate you came out. You know, that's when you built your fire in the front of your cave entrance and all that to try to keep these things away. And that's where people have a fear of darkness. It's a true thing. And it comes back from that time when the dark was a thing to be afraid of. Because that's when the things that could eat you would eat you.
The most saber-toothed tigers will get you.
Fava beans.
Fava beans.
And a nice Chianti.
All right.
That says, I believe Nessie was or is actually a prehistoric creature that made its way into the loch, was able to survive the temp and pressure of the loch. Can hold Nessie. Hey, Michelle. How you doing? Look at that little gear wrench next to her name.
Right.
Look at that. She didn't. Yeah. You like the sounds? I might be doing a little bit too much. Oh, this sound that Jason's doing is like one of our favorite. We used to do this a lot when we do our
warning. Warning. Countdown to commence.
10,
warning.
9. Oh man.
What was that? Let's see. Self-destruct engaged.
Yeah. Oh no. Get in the bunker. Lock the door. Oh man, a long time ago. We don't have that episode no more because we was Project Dark Corona back then, don't we? Wasn't
Yeah, they're out there somewhere, but don't know where.
we? Yeah.
They're on the internet somewhere.
Just put Jason on the radio. I know he has that deep radio voice, doesn't he? He's like, yes. I couldn't do it if I tried. Need 30 years of smoking to get there. Jason never smoked.
I smoked, a cigarette here and there,
Right.
but never full time.
Yeah. I never smoked.
No.
No. I didn't like the smell of it or anything like that. It was like getting locked in the car with parents and everybody else with windows rolled up and smoking all the time just made me where I didn't want to do it. It wasn't cool, man. Even though it was the 90s, 80s. I was like, nah, thanks. Not for me. That's loud. That's louder than me.
You're listening to Paranormal 411.
That's
I
funny.
love this stuff.
Well, everybody, what does it say? Narrator voice. Yes, he does have a narrator voice. Yes. He does have the perfect radio.
I'd have to be
voice.
one of those DJs that does the R&B.
Yeah.
Welcome to the love line. Ooh. Heard help me come from the woods.
Just let us know and we'll go down there with you some night and do an investigation. That would be cool.
Yeah.
We could keep, locations and all that stuff, people's names and all that stuff secret. So, yeah, we would love to come down and do that. Anybody in the local area that listens to the show and needs help on any way like that, we would, we are willing and able to come down. Just drop us a line, info@paranormal411.org. And we would definitely come down and try to help you out in any way we can. Right, Jason?
Yep, that's right.
So even if it's easing your mind that it's, a residual thing and it's not something that's trying to get you, in whatever way it is, we try not to go into any place with a thought of, oh, it's A or B or C or D. We just go in, we do the investigation, we figure out what's going on if you can, because, not all the time do you go to places and things are happening.
Right.
But, if you need help with anything or even just want us to come over and, do a investigation at your place, or you have a place that you could get us into, hey, we're up for it. Right, Jason?
That's right. That's right, Lady Mo.
He said,
that's right, Lady Mo. you remember that?
Oh, it says even the dog doesn't like going out at night.
Huh.
They've had dogs disappear. What does it say? Dogs disappear and one that come back with weird
fang marks. Yeah, he told us about it last Saturday.
Oh, yes. Was David and Jason, y'all are amazing. Well, thank you, Jason. We really appreciate you, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Fang marks. Yeah, you have to definitely let us know because, that's something that we really like. Look, everybody likes going to these big places like Brushy Mountain and, all these other places. And trust me, I want to go to some of those places at some point too. But for me and Jason, I think our heart is more in residential.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think it has more meaning and more, more feeling to it. So
Tullahoma That is between Chattanooga and Nashville, right?
So, yep.
Sort of
Up,
western.
Yeah, up 24.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, folks. We're going to get off here.
Well, want to thank everybody. And who we got coming on this weekend?
This weekend we got Chrissy Dunham and her husband. They're part of a witches coven. So we're going to be talking with them about some witchcraft and stuff.
Oh, sounds like fun to me.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
This Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Stories have come from definitely weird. Wow. Jason says he's been to Chattanooga and to Nashville a long time ago. Well, remember, find us at paranormal411.org, Paranormal 411 on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Rumble. Remember, you can tune in live every Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m., Saturdays from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also on Saturday nights at 10 to 11, if you're in the metro Atlanta area, you catch us at WDJY-FM. That is 99.1 FM for listeners outside of Atlanta. You can still listen at WDJYFM.com, or you go to paranormal411.org and click on the website. We're also on Subspace Radio on all major podcast platforms. Hey, we have a book out, East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore Edition 2. That is East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore Edition 2. It is available on Amazon, or you can go to paranormal411.org and purchase the book. Join us.
Join us.
See you on Saturday, everybody.
Stay curious.
Yes.
Wow.
Have a good night. See you on Saturday. We're going to have a great show. See you, baby girl.
Have you ever wondered what lurks in the shadows? What secrets the night hides? What strange phenomena might be happening just beyond your perception? Join us as we journey into the world of the paranormal, exploring everything from ghosts and UFOs to cryptids and unexplained occurrences. From haunted houses to all things paranormal, join us in the search for the truth behind the veil. Welcome to Paranormal 411.